One of the honors I have of working at this school is I've been at the school many years, and the reason I've been here is because we've kept this school since its conception in 1973 open to all students. And it's because of generosity like people like you that have made that happen. Last year, I'm proud to announce we gave out $300,000 in financial aid to allow 25% of our students to come here. I now have the distinct opportunity and privilege to introduce one of our top seniors, Abigail Lynn.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As Mr. McGuire said, my name is Abigail Lynn, and I'm a senior at Edison High School. Before Edison, I was extremely fortunate with my early education. I know many of my peers weren't as lucky, but I can honestly say I was blessed with many compassionate and understanding teachers. I was in kindergarten when my teacher, Mrs. Irwin, noticed I was not coming along like the other students. It was taking me considerably longer to learn the alphabet. I would see a letter, learn its name, learn the sound, then 3 seconds later, swoop, it'd be gone. Luckily, the school had a private tutor for students like me, Mrs. Robb. I would visit Mrs. Robb 2 or 3 times a week, as well as during the summer for the rest of my time at Our Lady of Lourdes. It would be an understatement to say that Mrs. Robb impacted my life. In fact, it was she who told me about Edison High School in the first place. I can never thank her enough. In fact, I'm hoping that she'll come and help me celebrate my graduation. Class of 2015! Even though I had very supportive school and teachers, school is still very difficult for me. I've always been a very introverted person, so as you can guess, giving this speech was quite a challenge for me. Being introverted made it very difficult to work in groups, and unfortunately in grade school we work in groups a lot. This was often I would know exactly what to do, but no one ever would listen to me, so the problem wouldn't get solved. Homework with a lot of reading and writing took me forever. With writing, I knew exactly what I wanted to say, but it took me so long to write it out, I could never get it all out. But my mom, was always very understanding and would always have me dictate to her whenever she saw how much I struggled. Thanks, Mom. You're the best. I was never that popular as a kid, partly because I was an introvert in a class full of extroverts, but also because I was really hyper despite being an introvert, and my classmates thought my personality was a bit odd. Nothing like the great personality I have now, though. Luckily, in 2nd grade, I met Amira, who had the same introverted but hyper personality I have. I remember that we did not believe a banana peel could be slipped on, and never understood why people always slipped on them in cartoons. So, one day, we decided to test our theory. You cannot slip on a banana peel. After several trials and many bruised knees, we realized our theory was incorrect. Conclusion, yes, banana peels are indeed a slipping hazard. Unfortunately, in 6th grade, Amira stopped talking to me to hang out with some other girls. After that, I never really developed another really strong relationship in school. I have attention deficit disorder, or ADD, which is like a little bug at the back of my mind screaming and on at me to drop whatever I'm doing and do the first compulsive thing that pops into my head. This makes it really hard to read, sit still, or pay attention in class. I also have dyslexia. Dyslexia is like being a ghost on the movie The Sixth Sense. My mind reads only what it wants to read and ignores what's truly there. Spoiler alert, Bruce Willis is dead the whole time. In my first few weeks at Edison, I found that my teachers were supportive like my elementary school teachers, but in addition, they were empathetic. They got me. Once again, because of my introverted personality, I had difficulty making friends. But soon, an upperclassman, Morgan, invited me into her friend group, and they helped me break out of my shell, and I was on the road to making new friends. I owe so much to the teachers at Edison High School. Even with the extra help, academics has never been my strong point. My junior year was especially hard. I would constantly fall behind and feel so overwhelmed that I would just want to give up. But countless times, one of my teachers, like Mrs. Connolly or Mrs. FR, would say well past 8th period to give me an extra help on a big project, help me catch up on late work, or just help me get organized. I honestly do not think I would have completed my junior year without all the great support I received from the teachers at Edison High School. Let's give it up for them. Once at Edison, and after I'd broken out of my comfort zone, I joined the student council and the Link crew. At the end of my junior year, me and another student council member and I started the Diversity Club, which I continue to help run with Jarrett this year. After hearing my story from elementary school, could you have imagined that quiet, introspective girl joining student council and starting a new club? I know at the time I never would have. After I graduate, I would like to take a gap year. What I plan to do in this time is go work on a farm for a few months or get a job and take a few classes at Clark Community College. Ultimately, I would like to join the Army and be a medical care technician, and then remain in the reserves and start schooling or on-site training to be a forestry technician. As you can see, I have many ideas for my future. What I want you to know is that none of this would be possible without your support. It means so much to me to see so many people here helping raise money for financial aid. I've heard it, my mom say it many times, that we could not afford the tuition without financial aid. I am very grateful for the enormous effort that goes into this event and for each and every one of you for helping students like me achieve our dreams. This is my story and I'm sticking to it.
Abigail, thank you for sharing your story with all of us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, what we've reached is really the pinnacle of why we're here tonight, which is to raise money for a wonderful school.